Good evening, my friends, and welcome to this time of reading and or reflection on the rock here at Covenant United Methodist Church. My name is Ann Kemper, and I'm very privileged to be the pastor here at Covenant. Back in March of 2020, when the pandemic first started, all churches, including Covenant, shut down. And there was no in-person worship, there was no Sunday school, no mission work. There was no physical or spiritual connectedness with one another. And the day we halted any in-person gatherings, I really panicked. Not just for the fear of, physical health, but for the fear that somehow I had lost the church. And it was a very scary thought. And so we got to thinking, how could we possibly remain connected spiritually when we couldn't be together physically, face to face? And the answer was technology. And thanks to a team of very dedicated people, Covenant was able to almost immediately respond to this COVID pandemic by broadcasting Sunday's worship service through Facebook's live stream feature. Now, as much as I am not a fan of social media, I have to confess that Facebook was very helpful in those days and remains so. We not only live streamed our Sunday service, but we began a 3-time-a-week time of reflection and prayer. And every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Reverend Margaret Scott primarily, and I and Bob Kern and Kevin Lieb would lead a time of spiritual support and connectedness. And people were moved to give very generously to that effort because it was a new thing and we had to develop it as we went along. And that got me to thinking, what is it? What does the Lord require of us to remain this steadfast, connected people with the love and grace and mercy of Jesus Christ? And the answer, in addition to doing justice and loving kindness and walking humbly, it means cultivating that deep sense of connectedness in spirituality and mission. And this is not unique to Covenant United Methodist Church here in Rochester. That is the call of every church who proclaims to follow Jesus Christ. Spirituality and mission is at the heart of who we are as Jesus followers, whether in normal times or in times of great stress and crisis. When we can remain connected with God through this nurturing of our spirituality, we are drawn into mission. And there's no pandemic in the world that could halt the sharing of the love and the grace of Jesus Christ. And so this is Covenant's goal, to always provide a place of spirituality and mission that connects people and brings them closer and closer to the love of God in Jesus. Now, if Covenant is not your spiritual home, then I pray that you find that same kind of spirituality and connectedness to mission wherever it is that you worship. So thank you for joining us again, and to God be the glory. Good night.